And we are live, guys. I'm just going to wait a minute or so for people to join in. This is kind of an impromptu live stream. As the title states, I'm doing the Q&A questions that were on my community tab. They've been on a couple days now. I figure best way to answer them would be maybe do it live. And I know most people are probably at work being during the day, so you guys can catch in on this later. So as you know, I work nights, so I just got up. But hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's doing well, guys. Quick wristwatch check. I am wearing that Rolex, of course, the 1505. What's going on, Jason? How you doing? Yeah, surprise stream, Jason. I'm just doing. I don't know if you saw my community tab. I had posted a Q&A section on there, and I'm not ignoring the camera, guys. I'm just looking at the questions from my phone from some of the questions that some of the people had asked. I figured this might be a cool little way to do it, to interact with you guys, like I said, with the Q&A. Got about 11 different questions. I appreciate everybody that did participate. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing, bud? What are you guys wearing today, watch-wise? But the first question comes from Peter C. He says, I know it depends, but what is your suggestion for one watch collection under $5,000, one that could be worn with a suit as well as jeans? Thanks. That's a good question, Peter. I thought about it for a little bit. I know I personally couldn't do one watch collection, even though I'm consolidating collection, guys. I definitely couldn't do one watch collection. No, I hadn't. Oh, did she? Okay. But yeah, one watch collection, Peter. To answer your question, I would have to. My choice would probably be an Omega Aquaterra, the Seamaster Aquaterra, because that's one that you can wear kind of casually. You can also kind of wear it, dress it up. You can wear it on a bracelet, more like a diver. So I feel like the Aquaterra would be a good size. You could wear it as a dress watch, or you could dress it down casually with jeans. So under $5,000, I would pick probably the Seamaster, the Aquaterra, guys. Good question. And then Six Killer, he always participates in a lot of my live streams, guys, and he also participates in a lot of my comment section. So appreciate that. He said, "What do you think about collecting just vintage watches? What watch release was your least favorite?" Now, as far as just collecting vintage watches, I don't see a problem with that. I'm actually starting to get more into vintage watches myself, and I feel like vintage watches hold a lot of value for money. You just have to kind of know where you're looking at. Like I said before, you just have to know what to look for, and you have to do your research on vintage. Other than that, I really have no problem with vintage. You can get burned on vintage. I've been burned before in vintage. Like I said, I lucked out with this one. But as far as collecting just vintage, that's just one of those things you just got to research. Research is key. Go out and like Clyde mentioned in the live stream the other day. Go out and do the footwork. Go to your pawn shops. Find a local watchmaker. Go to he gave a lot of good advice. He's got a lot of experience with vintage. So as far as that question, definitely for vintage watches, I have no problem with it. And my least favorite release, this is in prelude to another question that Bobby had asked on the Q&A. My least favorite release this year, if I had to really think about it, I don't really have a least favorite release because there were a lot of really good releases this year, guys. So as far as that question goes, I'm not really sure on the least favorite release. I think a lot of the companies that now is a great time to be in the hobby, and definitely a great time to be a collector because there's so many different options out there now, so many available different options that are out there. And then let's see the next question. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my phone because like I said, these are my Q&A. But all right, Urban Country is asking, what advice about watches would you give yourself if you go back in time? That's another good question. What advice I would give myself? I would maybe tell myself, be a little more patient. Maybe the patience is key, guys. Like if you want a certain watch, again, that's where research comes in. Like I had impulse bought a lot, and I still do kind of impulse buy some, just basically for the channel a lot because I just want to get review content material out there. So I do impulse buys on some of those. But basically just be patient, and if there's a watch that you really, really want, just like the Zenith El Primero, that was a long time grail, I was patient on it. and I eventually got that. No, I ended up getting rid of it, but that'll go answer another question here I got in a second. And then the next one is from CLO 27. It says, have you been impressed or disappointed by a brand lately? And I really hate to say it, I keep harking on Breitling because I really do feel like Breitling is going up and you're going in the right direction. As far as secondhand market, they're probably not going to go up in value too much. Maybe not as far as like in the next couple of years or whatever. What's going on, Sass man? That's good that you're doing better. He's you're entertaining your burger. Yeah, Speedmaster. You can't beat that. 3K box of papers. That's a good deal, Sass man. But as far as, like I said, Breitling just really impresses me because they're going back down to normal sizes. Like even if you look at their the Bentley GT watch, that watch used to be like huge, like 46 millimeters. It's down to 42 millimeter. So I mean, they're coming out with a lot of different watches. They just came out with the ladies lineup of watches, which is really cool. It's awesome that they're doing that. They're going after the female collectors. So I feel like I said, I hate to say it, but Breitling, I feel like they're doing great things. They released that pretty cool. I believe it's the Endurance Chrono. It's called, and I've got my eyes on that. And that may be an eventual pickup, of course, in the orange and black. But definitely Breitling has really impressed me this year. Good question. And then Slats man, as you're on here, I see your question here. It says, what are my plans for the channel going forward? I'm, of course, hoping to grow the channel, get it bigger, and just kind of hopefully spread the word. And like as I've mentioned before, I'm not a guru or anything like that. I'm just an enthusiast like you guys are. Maybe I'm stupid enough to get in front of a camera and talk about it. Maybe, I don't know. But just enthusiast, like I said, I would like to grow the channel, of course. And if it doesn't get any bigger, that's fine by me. Like I said, I just enjoy doing it. This is, even the YouTube thing is kind of a hobby for me as well as Last Man. Just like I said, I have just as much fun doing this, talking watches to you guys and all the other YouTubers and all that out there, which is a pretty cool community. And again, I've gotten to see a whole bunch of different pieces that I would never have gotten to see again. You know what I mean? Like with the Black Pond 50 Fathoms and I don't want to spread too much word, but I do have a pretty special piece coming in soon. Look for a live stream unboxing at sometime here this week or this weekend because one of my viewers had actually reached out to me, and he's been on a live stream before. He has a killer collection. He reached out to me and he asked me if I wouldn't take a look at a watch. Of course, I jumped on the opportunity. Killer watch, really cool collector. So look for a live unboxing of that. Not my watch personally, but it was one of his that he's kind enough to send in, for me to check out. Brand new, which is it's pretty cool. So that's another cool thing about the channel. Like I said, I've gotten to meet a lot of cool people, a lot of cool collectors that have become lifelong friends out of the hobby. So that's another great thing about the channel. Like I said, just kind of hopefully spread the word about watches and get more people into it. Good questions, Slats made. And then Bobby Legs, of course, if you guys haven't seen his channel, he's got a great channel, guys. Go over there and sub to him. But he asked me, he's like, what was my favorite watch release this year? My favorite watch release, I hate to be typical, but my favorite watch release I feel like was a Zen U50. Because I feel like one of the reasons I got rid of the U1 in the first place was because I felt like it was a little too chunky. And that's one watch I do miss. And that will go into another question here, guys. Excuse me, sir. Let me get a drink of coffee here. But that is kind of one that I do miss is the U1 and the U50. I feel like is the perfect proportions for the watch. It still retains that classic U1 look with the Lego style hands, but at a more proportionate, like 41 millimeter, I believe, with the 20 millimeter lugs. It retains all that Zen technology, the U-boat steel, everything. And I'll probably go fully Tejmanen when I do get it. Like I said, that'll probably be one of the buys that I do get this year after the Breitling. But that's a good question, Bobby. I appreciate it. And then Jean-Claude Biver, not to be mistaken with the gentleman who ran Zenith. This is a viewer. But he's asking what my ultimate 3-watch collection. If money was no object, I hate to be really stereotypical collector on this, but if money was no object, guys, I would probably do a Speedy, Man on the Moon, of course, Rolex Note 8, just for the versatility of it, and probably a JLC dual time reverso. I feel like those are three classics that you can pass down. They'll be classics for years. All three versatile pieces. And with the JLC, I feel like you get two watches in one. I would do the one with both faces, like I said, the dual face. So that's pretty cool. And then Thomas Burnett, by the way, is asking advice: go with my gut. If you're really taken by a bargain, buy it. Also, try to find the best watchmaker. Yep, it's good advice, Thomas. I actually did a little more research. I told Clive, and I found out there is a watchmaker here close to me. So I'm gonna go visit him probably in the next couple of days, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping they're still open. Excuse me. And then Slatsman saying he thinks the ladies line in Breitling was a mistake. Most affluent women either wear smartwatches or high flashing bling, etc. Which you are right. Like most of my friends wear Apple, the iPhones. Like the females that I work with, they all wear the Apple iPhone. My girlfriend doesn't even wear any. She doesn't even hardly wear any jewelry. So I'm lucky there. She's not really high maintenance when it comes to stuff like that. So. And then Thomas Burnett saying Zen U50 is a great watch, a smaller size. Indeed, that it is. And let's see. Underachieving watch collector just says he loves my live streams. Appreciate it. Sorry again, I'm just looking at my phone. I'm looking at the Q&A section. And then average to watch reviews. He had done a question here. By the way, guys, if you guys hadn't, go over to Joe's channel, go over subscribe. He does great work over there. But he's asking me what my favorite video I've done is on my channel and why. My favorite video that I've done on the channel has got to be probably, if you look back, I was able to do the Blancpain 50 Fathoms review because that was like a long time grail of mine, and I was able to handle that one for a few days. I also got to do the 50 Fathoms Supply Back Chrono, which is really awesome. ECJ Lux that sent in the young heads. They were kind enough to send those in. So I'd have to say the Blancpain is probably my favorite all-time video that I've done, just because that was my grail watch, and I would have otherwise not gotten to see one probably in person or handle it. So that was pretty cool to do, be able to handle my grail and know that that's one that I eventually will get, as well as the VC. So that it's pretty cool, which I haven't handled the VC yet, but those are on my definite long-term list. But great question, Joe. And then Jim C asked my biggest selling regret. I really don't have any regrets per se. I always live by don't have regrets, because basically it's just all part of the collecting journey, guys. You can learn from your mistakes. Like just like the selling and buying, like the El Primero, it was a long time ago that I was able to achieve, but I found out that I wasn't a chronograph guy. But I wouldn't have known that had I not gone for that and experienced that. So it's a great watch, don't get me wrong. I may eventually end up rebuying one at some point. I don't know. But I really don't have any regrets. Now, I do have watches that I missed. Like I said, I missed the Breitling Super Ocean Harriers 2. That's going to be a rebuy. I'm currently saving up for that one. Probably get the blue dial again in the 42 millimeter. So definitely a killer watch, and no regrets. Like I said, it's just all part of the journey, guys. You live and learn. And another great thing about the channel is I've been able to experience a lot of watches, and I've been able to kind of narrow down the taste, my personal taste in watches. And I've also gotten to see all kind of different cool watches, like I have in that Cal, the Multiverse watch, the Universe watch, which is pretty cool. Look for a review on that coming up pretty soon. And then he said, related to that, purchasing disappointments. As far as disappointments purchasing, I can't really think of any disappointments that I've had from purchasing a watch. Maybe that Kedison, and then I didn't pay attention to that was 46 millimeter when I ordered it. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to do a review on that one, guys, just because, like I said, I try to be positive in the reviews if I can. Of course, I'll pick out the things I don't like, and that's another thing too about all the YouTubers. The best thing to do is watch my video review on a certain watch, then go over and watch Bruce Williams, or go over and watch Random Rob, or other YouTubers. Get all kind of different opinions. That'd be my best advice. Just watch as many videos as you can. Get as much advice as you can, and you form your own opinion on it, because basically that a lot of things in the watch collecting world are subjective. Like what I might like, you might not like, or what you might like, I might not like. So that's why I always try to be subjective in my videos. Like I said, just try to form your own opinion. Go over. That's what I always try to do when I'm looking at a watch. Like I'll go watch different reviews. Like I'll go watch Jody from Just One More Watch, or I'll go watch whoever else. Just to be able to form my own opinion and get decide whether I want to buy it or not. But that was the last of the questions on here. Unless you guys have any questions here. Jason's asking if you had the ability, how would you change the iPhone for it to be accepted by watch collectors? I don't know. That's a good question, Jason. I know I love my iPhone, which it's older when it's the iPhone 6. So as far as that goes, I definitely do want. I want to upgrade. I would love to get a new iPhone 12, but of course that's not really the budget right now. That would definitely help the films and the video out really well. But yeah, guys. Basically, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how I'd do that one. Gamer, hey, how you doing? It says, do you have an idea of a max size for my collection? Max size for my collection, I would like to stick to around 6 to 8 pieces. I feel like that's doable as far as like wearability and being able to wear, all the different ones. So I feel like 6 to 8. What about you, Black Woman Gamer? What do you think your ideal size collection would be? Like I said, I feel like 6 to 8 would be about perfect. And then Thomas Burnett saying Zenith El Primero A34 2021 Anniversary Polar Explorer 2 Reverso Tribute to 1931. Great three-piece. That is a great three-piece collection, Thomas. That would be great. Oh, sorry, Jason. You meant the Apple Watch. I don't know. I kind of feel like the Apple Watch is accepted by most watch collectors because I feel like a lot of people that collect watches, like I know a few people that wear regular watches and wear an Apple Watch at the same time. So I do kind of feel like it is accepted. It's just not really horology to me. I don't know. And then Black Woman Gamers agree when Thomas Burnett swapped the GLC, the Master Geographic. That is a killer piece as well. And she's agreeing with me 8 to 10. Okay. But anybody else have any more questions? Like I said, just kind of want to get on here and do a live stream since I'll probably be doing more live streams during the days, guys, since I'm back to working nights. So I'll be working around that, except for my days off, and may try to do them a little bit later. I know most people are probably at work right now, but like I said, I work nights, so. And then you have to choose one, either collect only Rolex or collect any watches except Rolex. I'd be happy probably just any watches except Rolex, to be honest, just because there's so many other choices out there than Rolex. Like I love Rolex, don't get me wrong, and it's what everybody aspires to, I guess. But I feel like there's so many other watches out there other than Rolex. Just like I love the Submariner. Actually, you know what? I should go back and change that three-piece collection. I changed from the Submariner probably to the CQ, the glass suit, because that one's really impressed me. And I really do like the looks of the CQ. And Jason's asking if I create my own brand tomorrow, what kind of watch would... I'm a dive watch guy. I hate to be typical, but just the lifestyle I live, I prefer dive watches just for their durability and just for their sturdiness. And that is another release that has impressed me too. By the way, to re-answer that question as well, is the glass suit to the CQ. It's kind of under the radar watch, but it just looks, it just like screams taste, I feel like, and it screams high quality. Thomas Burnett, he's agreeing with me. I'm probably gonna get off here in a little bit, guys. Unless you guys have any other questions, because I answer the questions on the Q&A. Like I said, I figured getting higher, it'd be easier to do the Q&A that way. Bang per buck. Slapsman is saying bang per buck. Tudor is so much smarter to buy than Rolex for a collection on a budget. You're right. That new Black Bay looks really killer. I do want to get my hands on one of those. I did have the older Black Bay, and the only reason I sold it, of course, if you remember and look back, I had the rose, the one with the rose, the Edda movement, the black dial, and that was a great watch. It was just too thick for me, if that makes sense. Like I feel like that new Black Bay is really great, like size overall. And I know Bobby over at Bobby Legs, he loves this black one. All right, Jason, thanks, bud. But anyways, guys, I figure I'm gonna probably get off here unless you guys have any other questions. I just want to get on here real quick and do the Q&A section. I figured this would be a more fun way to do it kind of live, off the top of my head. So answer those questions. Let me know if you guys want to do a Q&A session again, and I'll do that again. Like I said, try to answer to the best of my ability, guys. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for coming on.